Hello everyone, and welcome to a video. Happy Sunday to you all. Some of you may be watching this on Monday, but we are doing a build, helping you build a type of modern house. So we are building a sort of modern house, which is built entirely out of white blocks and then 2 wood blocks and then some glass, of course. We're building this on Pocket Edition or Windows 10, so it is compatible with those versions. So what we're basically doing is we're basically building up columns, but then we're building up these walls, which will help you in the interior, which I won't be doing, but Super G will be doing. I am building this with Super G, and as you can see, we're just extending out the columns, and you notice how they're in a straight line from each column. So that basically is how you want to do it, in a straight line from each column. So yeah, that's how you want to do it. We're building this pretty fast, but basically, as you can see, it will be way easier with 2 people, and also it's easier doing this on a PC, which I suggest Windows 10, but I would suggest not using the original Java version because of the new update that is coming out for Windows 10, PE, and Xbox One and Nintendo Switch, which will give us crossplay. So I would suggest switching to Windows 10 to get used to this kind of controls, so that way you will be better in the future. So yeah, and then basically also and as you can see, we're just copying our moves, and you might have noticed that some of the columns, they stretch out. That's basically showing a pivot out, and that could be dedicated as a small room, a bathroom, or something else. So yeah, that's what that could be used for. And then as you can see, we're replicating what the entrance was, what that thing was, like what's exactly across from it. But this time, and we made it a little bigger, which you probably noticed. But now we're replicating the door, which this time won't actually be a door. And you'll actually see me thinking that there's 2 doors, and then I'll switch around the way that the door is. So, and also everything's symmetrical. So if you created a symmetrical line, everything would just be the exact same on the other side, like you folded a piece of paper. So yeah, and as you can see, it goes pretty fast, I guess, and then as you can see, we're creating circles for those parts that go off the doors. That's because it looks the best like that, and you'll see how it looks in the finished product in the end. I'm toggling downfall there because it was raining. So yeah, that's how you'll see it will be done. And so yeah, that's how it will be done. I just repeated myself again. So as you can see, now we're just connecting everything in a straight line, except for that part, which is circles. Now we're just building it up all 7 blocks, including the block that we first placed down. And it's going to be a 1-story house, but it's going to have really high ceilings, which will give us better accessibility to certain windows and how big a window can be. So yeah, so now we're basically finishing that off. We got Super G, who's on Pocket Edition, but she's doing it too. You may have noticed Super G got a new skin from Saturday. We will be showing the votes for the last Ready Set Build thing on the next Ready Set Build, which will be on the next Saturday. So yeah. So now we're breaking out the spaces for the windows. which you can see, we sometimes put dividers in between the windows to almost give it a different feel. Now the key to modern houses are, sorry I messed up on my words there, are to make sure that it's easy to do. It's the big windows, it needs to be mainly one color. Now in some modern houses, which I've done before, you need to do that. And now we're starting the roof. Okay. Super G built it one under. You want it to be one above the 7th block, okay, so while she actually started the main roof, I went along and placed down the stairs. Now the key to stairs are just, whenever it's the corner, make sure it faces like the way it's going to turn into. It's hard to explain, but you'll see, you can see what I did, and it's fairly simple after you know what you're doing. Then I continued to fill in the glass, but then I went to finally fill in the roof. I hope Super G's commentary on our next tutorial is going to be better, because we're going to be doing an indoor tutorial next for this exact same house. So we just then fill in the roof, which is pretty easy to do, and then we're pretty much done, but I do add in some more glass on some of the sticking out parts, because it kind of didn't look good without the sticking out part, basically being how it was. So now the house has a very Colosseum sort of shape. Yeah, that was about the end of our video. I'm just fixing everything up now. I don't have anything else to say, so bye.